Folks, it's my coach used to say it's go-to time. It's go time now.
Welcome to the Kyle Olson Show. 3 days. 3 days until we decide Michigan and America. Last week, I wrote at Breitbart News about Maurice Davis, the vice president of the Flint City Council. In an interview with Charlie LaDuff, he expressed his support for President Trump. The usual suspects came out and called him an Uncle Tom and a bootlicker and demanded he remain on the Democrat plantation. Well, he refused to do that. In fact, he left the plantation and went to a stage with Vice President Mike Pence. Here's Maurice Davis on Wednesday at the Vice President's rally in Flint.
What an honor to be standing before you at a serious time like this in the world. Pandemic, the China virus or a plague. I even caught it and was in intensive care twice. The narrative has been spent. This is not a game, folks. President Trump, Vice President Pence. God used whoever he wants to bring his people out of whatever the problem have to be. Right now, the narrative been spent. President Trump is full of hate. Let me tell you something. The Democrats is full of hate. I'm tired. I've been a Democrat. I am a Democrat all my life. 64 years. Last 4 years, I voted for Hillary Clinton. This year, I decided to go with President Trump. I'm not a bootlicker. I'm not an Uncle Tom. I'm none of those things. I'm somebody that's in a poor, impoverished community. President Trump, thanks to my good friend, Charles LaDuff out of Detroit. I was doing a piece on closing liquor stores early because I live inside of a crime scene right here in Flint. People are in foreclosure right here in Flint. People are losing everything. And when Mr. Trump said, "What the hell you got to lose?" he was talking to me. He was not talking to my seat. Only thing Maurice Davis got to lose is a council seat at $700 every 2 weeks. But this is what I got to gain. Instead of being a divided state of America, it's time to be the United States of America. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? I don't want to hear fault. He without sin cast the first stone. We saved under grace. God used whoever he want to, such as times like these. Vice President Pence, the Trump administration, they reached out to me. Our water crisis has been silent. I've been before probably 170 million people in a couple of days. Interviews everywhere, and people accuse me of being selfish. People dying right here and have died. We're tired of suffering and nobody give a damn about poor folks. President Trump, they rushed out with nothing but love from y'all all over this nation. I don't want to hear another time I'm a Trump supporter. I'm an American supporter. Y'all have more love. Now, the Democrats call me every name but the child of God. And I'm going to shut up because I got 2 minutes because much more I could say. But I'll tell you one thing. This nation is one nation under God. One nation under God. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's what I said about Flint on the September 12th episode of The Kyle Olson Show. Here was Michael Moore in 2016.
I think the people of Flint are ready to come out of their homes right now and go down there. They want their government back. They want their mayor back. They voted for these people, and they want this governor arrested. They want this governor prosecuted. And thank God the Obama administration now has got the U.S. District Attorney in Flint investigating what's going on, investigating the governor, and our hope is that this governor will be prosecuted for the reckless behavior and for knowing for a full year that this was toxic water.
So now, the guy progressives hate so much has endorsed their candidate for president. What to do? What to do? Joe Biden's campaign is so tone-deaf to all of this, he has embraced the endorsement. They touted Rick Snyder's USA Today op-ed to reporters. They want the Rick Snyder endorsement because they think it will peel off Republicans in Michigan. Let me ask you a question. Did you like Rick Snyder? Did you like voting for Rick Snyder? Would Rick Snyder's endorsement sway you in an election? Joe Biden's campaign apparently thinks it will. But what they don't realize, which should be very telling about their tone deafness for how people really feel in Flint, is that Rick Snyder's endorsement should backfire on Biden. The Trump campaign should pump advertising into the Flint market with that endorsement because residents will turn against Biden. If Trump can flip Flint, he'll win Michigan. To me, it's really that simple. So here's what President Trump tweeted on Friday. Quote, "I would never have taken the endorsement of the man who, through gross incompetence, poisoned the people of Flint, Michigan. Former Rhino Governor Rick Snyder should be ashamed of himself and his service. I was asked to help fix it, and he did. Biden took his endorsement. Vote Trump." There you go. On Thursday, I went to an Evangelicals for Trump event in Granville. I live-streamed it for Breitbart. Eric Trump was there, and I'll be talking to him a little bit later. A surprise guest was Ben Carson. He gave a great speech about America, black victims, and white guilt, and even dunked on LeBron James. Listen to this.
Every one of us has a sphere of influence. There are people you can talk to. You know, they always say you're not supposed to talk to people about religion or politics. Wrong. That's exactly what you're supposed to be talk to your family on Thanksgiving, on any other time you talk to your family, you talk to your neighbors, you talk to your co-workers about the things that are important to you. Not about sports and entertainment. I mean, that's okay, but really, is that what life is all about? Doesn't matter that much if you can sink a basketball. You know, I was listening to one of the news programs this morning, and LeBron James was saying something about, would you ask Ben Carson to play basketball? Well, I wouldn't ask him to do neurosurgery. I can tell you that.
This is my last episode before the election, and it wouldn't be complete without reviewing Governor Gretchen Whitmer's new coronavirus edicts. And really, to me, they represent the crossroads we're at as a state and a country. Sure, the Supreme Court slapped her down, but do you think she cares? No. Republicans in the legislature, where are you? Michiganders are begging for help. Where are you? Trick-or-treating is happening shortly, so let's review what our dear leader is instructing us to do. This is from WILX. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says to use duct tape to mark 6-foot lines in front of your home and leading to the driveway or front door. They also recommend positioning a disinfected distribution table between yourself and trick-or-treaters. Homeowners should also consider handing out candy in an open space where distancing is possible rather than from the front door. One other recommendation was creating a PVC pipe chute down the railing so you can keep your distance from the greedy rubes coming looking for free handouts. That's my interpretation. Gretchen Whitmer would call them future supporters. Those who do not feel comfortable distributing candy should keep their porch lights off during trick-or-treating hours. Yes, the Grinch will make an appearance a couple holidays early this year. Other orders say indoor gatherings are now limited to 50 people, and she's requiring restaurants to collect contact information so she can track you. This election is not just about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. It's about freedom versus progressivism. It's about individual liberty versus the tyrants who want to lecture you about how to hand out Halloween candy. 3 days. 3 days. This is the Kyle Olson Show. We'll be right back.